you through registration for AffiKNITy. And when you click on the link, you'll find yourself on the landing page. So this is the page that's visible before registrations open. And you can read all about the retreat here. There's a link to download the brochure, which I highly recommend doing. Download the brochure, really read through it, make sure you're familiar with the different packages, whether or not you want full Hank and you want one class from each guest teacher or a mini skein, or whether you want the gauge swatch and you're a newer knitter or a knitter coming back into knitting and you want to attend a retreat and enjoy really building your skills, and then of course still join us for all the evening events and knit nights and marketplace and fashion show and all that fun stuff. So you can see all your package options, your class styles for full Hank and mini skein only. There's links to the teachers, the vendors, the cancellation policy. There's the housing list. Please only book your housing once you are confirmed that you're in the retreat. Otherwise, if you do and you end up on the wait list, please release that housing. We don't have enough rooms in our room block to hold rooms for people that aren't in the retreat, unfortunately. So then you're going to see a register button over here. You're going to see a register button over here. There's even a link at the bottom. So let's walk through registration. The first thing you're going to see is a choice to register yourself or somebody else. Now, don't worry if you're registering a friend. You can go through your register myself first to make sure you get the classes you want. And then at the end, you'll see there's an option to add another attendee. So the very first profile you see is attendee. That's probably all you're going to want. You obviously do not want teacher or vendor. If you're coming back later after you've registered yourself and you want to add a non-knitting companion, that is a different profile, but we'll look at that in a second. So the first page is going to be all your information. Now, I've already been here, so all my information is auto-filled. You're going to have to fill this out. There are some optional fields that you can come back and you can edit your registration page and you can complete later. So don't worry if you want to go through this quickly to make sure you can grab the classes you want before it's sold out. Next, you're going to get the next page, a few details. And again, it shows you only the 3 required fields, which you'll notice have a little red asterisk. So you have to agree that, yes, for the safety of everyone, we are a fully vaccinated retreat. Dietary restrictions, if any, this is optional. Lobster bake choice, you do have to choose what you want to have for the lobster bake, and whether or not you're traveling solo. This is only so that I can make sure that all solo travelers are comfortable that very first night, not having to say, is this seat taken? Is this seat taken? But there are going to be tables marked solo traveler, so you know you can plop down and make a friend. You don't have to stay at those tables the entire retreat. It's just that first night. I want to make sure that everyone feels really comfortable and welcome. Okay, so here's the heart of the meat of the creamy center. 3 steps. You're going to choose your package. Then based on the package, you're going to choose your classes. So let's make sure we really understand this. Full Hank, it says expand full Hank teacher section and choose 1 class from each teacher. If you're mini Hank, oh, that should say skein. I'll fix that later. Expand the mini skein teacher section and choose 1 class from any teacher. Gauge swatch, all your skill builders are included, so you can just proceed to payment. Next is your payment option, and that is choosing whether or not you're going to pay in full to secure your reservation now or pay a deposit. Of course, the reservation is not guaranteed until the full payment, which is due June 1st. So let's take a look at one. Pick your package, full Hank. So notice, as soon as I choose that, the others are grayed out. We can only register 1 person at a time. So then it says full Hank, expand and choose 1 session from each teacher. Now notice, and this is really important, there was a note here for the full Hank that says, if a teacher has only 1 class left, you must choose that class first, then choose the other teachers. For example, if Bristol only has her Friday morning left, then you choose another teacher's Friday morning, you will not be able to complete your registration. So in other words, there is no way you can purchase a full hank without being able to find 3 classes that work. But remember, if you join us later and Bristol's Friday AM, Friday PM are sold out, and her Sunday AM is sold out, and all that's left is Saturday AM, you have to start by choosing Saturday AM. Because if you choose another teacher's Saturday morning, notice how this is grayed out now, you won't be able to complete the package. The system's automatically, see it's going to gray out the other options, going to make sure that you don't double book yourself, right? So it's not possible to double book. Each teacher teaches 4 sessions, and you're choosing 1 class from each teacher. Now that's all you have to do. Notice if you say like, oh, what's mini hank? Well, mini hank's all going to be grayed out because you're not doing that. So that's not you. Skill builders, well, that's not you either. Now you are free to attend any of my skill builder sessions when you're not in class. So next is payment option. Notice for full hank, the only 2 payment options available are the ones that are full hank. So you can either choose to secure your entire reservation now or pay a deposit, and later you will get a link to complete that reservation. And then I'm done, but oh wait, I have to acknowledge the terms, so I am going to once again agree to the payment schedule, the cancellation policy, photo release, and COVID. I acknowledge, confirm. Okay, final steps. This is where you can add another registrant. Now, obviously, I'm in testing mode, so you will not see an option that says finish testing. So I'm going to go ahead and add another registrant. And I'm going to add somebody else. So I'm going to add somebody else, and I'm going to say it's Testy McTester@gmail.com. And they're going to be an attendee, and I'm going to register now. So if you're registering your friend, you have to have your friend's name. Testy Testerstun at somewhere USA, Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn. Oh, I'll just say Brooklyn, Ohio, because this is all made up. 10036. I'm going to do my mobile phone, 718-555-5555. Okay. And you can choose whether or not you want event updates. I would suggest leaving this on because there might be emergency updates that I need to get to you. Continue. Then again, same 3 things that I have to choose. So if you're registering a friend, make sure you know what your friend wants for their lobster bake. And obviously, they're not traveling solo if they're traveling with you. However, don't worry too much because you can edit your reservation later. So no worries. Choose your class package. My friend is going to do a mini skein. So notice the other packages are grayed out. And then, of course, if I say, oh, okay, let me choose my classes, and I choose the wrong thing, full hank, this is all going to be grayed out because that's not what you booked. You booked mini hank. So with a mini hank, you just get 1 class, so you have to choose which teacher you want and which session. So I'd like Cecilia, Saturday morning, relaxed. And then that's it. And you'll notice the only options for you that are available are the mini skein. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that. I'm going to acknowledge and agree, and I will confirm selections. Final steps. And you can even add another registrant, like say you're traveling with a friend and you're traveling with a non-knitting companion. So I chose an email that is already registered. So for privacy's sake, because I'm registering someone else, I can't see their information. So don't worry about that. And I say, oh, sorry, I actually did that wrong. I was going to choose non-knitting companion, but I chose attendee by accident. So that's okay. I'll finish with this and then I'll do another one. I'll do the last package, so I'll demo all packages. So here's gauge swatch. And now I'm done. Notice immediately this expands and it shows these are all included for free. So no worries, they're all included for free. And this time I'm just going to do a deposit. I acknowledge, confirm, final steps. Okay, now I'll show you the wool winder. So I'll go ahead again, choose for sake of convenience, an existing email. But this time I'm choosing wool winder non-knitting companion. Okay, so this includes all your meals, your lobster bake, your drinks, your evening events, marketplace, everything. So again, that's already auto-filled because I had already registered under that name. And the COVID requirement is also not showing, and the lobster bake choices, don't worry about that. It's because I'm reusing an email that I've already demoed. But normally, you would still see all of those options, lobster bake, traveling solo, all that stuff. However, now you're done. You're not choosing classes, so all you're doing is choosing your payment method for your non-knitting companion. You still have to agree, confirm, final steps, and I'm going to not pay right now because I'm in testing mode, so I'm just going to do finish testing. But normally you would hit pay now, and then you would get an email receipt, and we'll take a look at that on the mobile app. Once you register, you're going to get an email confirmation. So there's a lot of info on this. So the first thing you want to do is save the email. Now here you're going to see a pay now button because I was in testing mode and I didn't pay. For you guys, you will have either paid your non-refundable deposit, and then there's a note here that says deposit only. If you paid your non-refundable deposit, your receipt will show a balance of 0. You will receive a follow-up email with your balance due. If you chose to pay the full amount to secure your reservation, then your balance due is nothing. Important, I know in our rush to register, we might have decided to skip things that were not required. And now we want to go back and we want to add an emergency contact, a Ravelry name. Maybe we need to change our dietary restrictions. Maybe we even made a typo in an email. So I have made like a little video tutorial of how to do that. But let's go back to see this. I'm also going to walk you through it here. So there's a few important things you want to click on. The waiver and liability form that you'll be signing on site, there's a copy here, so you know exactly what you're going to be agreeing to. It's pretty standard, just basically saying, we're going to take all the precautions we can, but we cannot guarantee anything, because that's how life is. There's your housing list, in case you didn't get that before. And if you're looking for a roommate, there's our Ravelry group, which has a rideshare and room board right there. There's also a link to our Facebook group, which is very fun. Definitely want to join that. Then the other things like our photo release, cancellation policy. Okay, so here's a few more important links. You have the link to be able to view your invoice, just in case you lost it or wanted to view that again. You can save the event to your calendar. But this is what the video walks you through, so I'm also just going to walk it through here. Account headquarters. There you're going to see everything you registered for, like if you've registered for other events in the past. There's AffiKNITy, and right there, modify my information. Now you'll also see things like view the event website, pay the balance due, print my itinerary, which is quite nice. If you like paper, because we are going to go paper free for this retreat, sort of save the planet a little bit, but I'm going to walk you through your mobile app. So modify my information. Say I made a typo in my email. I can click edit profile and I can fix that here. or in my responses, if I skipped some responses like emergency contact, or I want to change my dietary restrictions or my lobster bake or my Ravelry name, you can do that all right here in this form. Then you have your selection. So it does confirm everything you chose. You booked the full Hank. These are the classes you picked. This is the payment method you picked. And then, of course, my emergency contact. Okay, now we're going to look at our mobile app. So here we have the same confirmation email on the phone, and it's all the same info, but it's the mobile app I wanted to show you. So this is how we're going to eliminate paper and save the planet. So keep your phone handy. Now, again, you still have the opportunity to print your own itinerary if you'd prefer, but I think this is quite fun. So let's look around. From the main menu, you can see everything. So descriptions, that's if you want to read all the information again. Bulletins is where I might be doing announcements. My itinerary. So these are the classes that you actually booked. You can break them up by day or all days. But we're going to come back to this and show you how to build your own custom itinerary. You have speakers where, of course, you can click on each speaker. If you are booked into a class, you have the ability to review a speaker or review an individual class. So we'll look at that in a second. You have your sponsors, of course, and that does click through to their website. Give our sponsors some love. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. And of course, contact information. So you have my email, and I check that always, so you'll be able to get a hold of me easily, even on site. But now let's look at the fun part, agenda. This is the agenda for the entire show. From here, you can add anything to your own personal agenda. Now you're going to see a check mark right there. I can see that on Friday afternoon, I'm booked into a class. But say I just want everything in one place. I want to add the registration to my itinerary. And now see, it immediately takes you back to your itinerary. So you are going to have to go back to the agenda. And now that has a check mark. Say I want to add everything. I'm going to add my knit night, all that stuff. But this is the fun part I want to show you. Now, there's a lot of action going on at all times. So say I look and I see, oh, okay, I only have a class Friday afternoon. Well, you know what? I think I might visit the marketplace on Friday. And I might also poke my head into this skill builder because I'm actually free that day. So I'll go ahead and add that. So you get the idea. You can add anything from the main agenda, whether it's meals, and of course the locations are there for the skill builder, for the evening events, for the meals, for the knit nights, for the marketplace. The rooms will be added to the speakers by the time the retreat rolls around. I just haven't added them yet. So now under My Itinerary, you've got everything in one place. You know where you're going to go when. So here's Thursday. You want to know, okay, there's the registration, then the opening night reception, then knit night. Friday, I'm free to check out the marketplace. Maybe I want to bop there at 9:30 right after breakfast. Then I'll do a little knitting technique with Patty. Then I've got my afternoon class. So kind of fun that you have everything in one spot. So there you go. Enjoy your mobile app.